Hi, just turning the tumbler off. Hi, my name's Crystal. I keep a diary. It might be boring to some people, but it's certainly not boring to me, and it is evidence in the future if something goes wrong or happens to me. It's after 5 o'clock. My son is out. I'm by myself. I've had a lovely day today. First of all, I was very tired, so me and my son share a no-bedroom flat. So my son was in the middle of the room. I had to go out to visit my mum and dad because dad needed a chest x-ray. So I had to climb over my son to get out the front door, down 3 flights of stairs, out of the flats, walking all the way up past Luton Arches, up the Luton Road. Very tired, listening to everybody should know me by now. I carry a tablet and I'm wearing earphones to block out all the noise. Gets into where my mum and dad live. Mum's in her jeans that are rolled up and her stripy socks and her long coat with fur collar. Go in there, radio's on, and me, mum and dad get in. Dad's silver car. Dad drives up the Capstone Road, which is absolutely chock-a-block with traffic. And we are waiting there 5 or 10 minutes. There is no accident. There is no reason for the hold-up. It's past rush hour in the morning, and we're sat in the car. Mum makes a joke and says there's a can of Ribena, there's some crisps, and we can share it if we get stuck. I'm getting agitated, and I'm sure my dad is as well, and was. Gets into the hospital car park. Dad gets a ticket. I can't drive. I'm sat next to Dad in the passenger seat. My mum's in the back because she's had radiation treatment and can't get near Dad or me or pregnant women. So I'm sat next to my father in the car, get into the hospital, get to the x-ray room, and Dad takes his form up to the desk. I try to go to the toilet, the door's locked. I go and ask directions to another one, and the man doesn't tell me, and he's quite rude and abrupt and tells me someone must be in the toilet. I'm bursting, so I sit down and wait. They tell Dad that the form hasn't been signed and he can't have his x-ray. Dad tells them to contact the doctor, which they do. The doctor rings back and says that he can't be sorted out for 6 hours. Now, who wants to wait in an x-ray room for 6 hours with hardly anything to eat and drink? So Dad and Mum and I go out of the x-ray department. Dad pays for his car park ticket, and I get 2 books from the stand and donate £1 to the hospital. Martina Cole's Hard Girls and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Then we stop off and Mum and I get some food in a newsagent's in Albany Road, and Dad then drives us back home. And I stay with my mum and dad a bit because I'm exhausted. My son rings me while I'm at my parents', and I have to get home just after 4. So I can't even take a rest. I go home, get inside the door, and then not long afterwards David arrives with his girlfriend and comes into the flat. He goes out again with some cartons of Ribena and some cookies that I brought home. Then 20 minutes later he comes back and talks to the son of the man that's had a stroke, who's in St Bart's Hospital, that I spoke to yesterday, asking how Tony was and could I go and visit him, and he said yes, he might like some bananas. David and Tony's son were laughing downstairs while I was sat writing in my diary, and Tony's son was laughing really, really loud so I could hear it through the window. and I felt rotten. And you can't help it, can you, when you feel depressed and down, and roars of laughter, you feel even worse than you felt before. And I've just been writing in my diary. Going home, Dad paid £2 for the car park tickets, and I got 2 back books from the donate money section, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six and Martina Cole. Hard Girls, £1 for the 2. We all get in the car. After Dad's withdrawn cash from the hospital ATM, a guy asked Mum if she was in the queue, and she said no. And there we go. This is my diary. And I'm just going to show you some of my writing. I don't want everyone to see everything, obviously. But I know people do read my diary. I think it's one big joke, and actually it's not. At all. So you can laugh and call me boring. But this is my life. And that is my writing.